A 5-man smoke will be coming through from the side of Vrooomy, looking to connect. As Shadow Friend will be connected on, he has BKB out. Crystallize looking for an ultimate, will get a good fear on 2, but a good fear. Okay, they will find triple 3 without anyone down from Monte still. Monte are now gonna lose Vladik, but just a second too late, or maybe not, because look at the Terror Blade just going ham. Sven trying to keep people locked down for the Terror Blade. Everybody will get themselves back into... the smoke is gonna break onto none other than Terror Blade. Uh-oh! Terrorblade will be silenced, will be jumped on. Out comes a nice defense though from that young G Invoker, still doing the work, forcing out a BKB. QBFY needs to be careful as he's taking tons of right click. Will be able to dodge the Sunstrike if nothing else. Marcy's still alive somehow, making so much space, as now Ariel taking the damage, and that will be Sven taken down, though he still has a buyback. Terrorblade gets caught, and that is gonna be the Terrorblade isolated out of position. Utah just cleaved apart. Some jungle with the real one finally dares to approach this high ground some more. Crystallize. Does he finally want to go? The banner is dropped now, they gotta commit. A lot of the mana being burned from Shadow Friend already, but Crystallize still doing some solid work as those buff creeps are hurting. And that will be Primal Beast dropping low already before the fight really starts. Still no hard commitment. Primal Beast doing a good job of tanking this here, as now Terrorblade will be caught, but so will SF, and with the SF not being able to hit, Shadow Fiend has to get himself back. BKB pressed on the Mars, but Shadow Fiend still dies! That's the Aegis already. Utah with that Skadi just slowing one target after the other, will be going for Trance next. Going forward into everybody, Trance goes down. Utah with the BKB, now a huge Terrorblade. Looking to pressure more as Vladik slant into the ground. Shadow Fiend just making sure to split the map as much as he can, apply as much pressure as he still can to that enemy. Though as I say that, they will be walking themselves straight into a scan, revealing their position already. That's everyone from Monte trying to get a good wrap around. And that will be the initiation onto the Whitesbird, who gets himself back out again and makes space for that huge Shadow Fiend ultimate to go up. But nobody is able to follow up the Shadow Fiend ultimate as they were lacking vision. And without vision to do anything with the Fear Crystal Maiden, the first one to die. So that will leave laise in a bit of a dangerous spot as he comes around the wrong corner. Or is it? Well, it is with that Whitesbird hitting him. As Whitesbird does a huge burst onto 4 people. Yuma still holding up with the Satanic. As out comes the stun onto the Shadow Fiend, but Shadow Fiend will be able to walk himself away and kill off Ariel over on the cliff. Oh no. Young G getting clipped. It's the final drop on the hot plate there. As yeah, 4 people end up dying for just the Crystal Maiden. Or what's it called? You know what I mean though. It's still the block of cheese. Or the cheese guard, whatever. It's great. You know the item I mean. As the tier 3 tower still not getting exposed quite yet, but Primal Beast will, he needs to be careful, will make sure to do just that, as SF still slowly pushing up that high ground. Primal Beast wants to go in, decides against it as he's hexed up. It is already too late though. Marcy used the opportunity to get the Terrorblade into the SF ultimate, but not quite perfectly timed as there is a BKB to answer. Sunstrike off the mark from Young G though. As once again, Vrooomy do hold on to Slice needs to make in order to lose this game, as the 5-man smoke up the high ground will be there. They don't quite catch anyone just yet. Look at the smoke positioning, but Monte, they don't find any unlucky support. Stepping out of position, so they will instead just jump under the tower, come to the Shadow Demon going down as Shadow Fiend now able to start right-clicking. Shadow Fiend gets some okay damage and needs to kite around the Terrorblade though, as with the help of the Marcy he will do just that. And Vladik goes in, stones himself to stun up anyone, goes for a huge soul assumption waking up. It will be his death whatsoever, as people are just simply not tanky enough on the side of Monte anymore. Though Shadow Fiend is still hitting hard. That is going to make for one more minute on that Aegis as Trance ends up going down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Has fallen. There is still much to be done.
As it's gonna be a catch once again onto the Void Spirit. Void Spirit being locked down! And with the huge right clicks from Terrorblade, he will be destroyed. Terrorblade hitting the tier 3 tower. He just wants to end as Shadow Fiend, simply not hitting hard enough anymore to do any meaningful damage. Simply has to watch his Rags fall, but I don't think they can just stay here and watch Barracks fall for 70 seconds, because in 70 seconds the game will be almost over with Mega Creeps here. As down goes the Sentry Ward. Terrorblade gets another lane of Rags here, if nothing else. 2 lanes of Rags down, 1 still standing. Whoever gets the top lanes first will have a huge advantage, but with 40 seconds almost left on the Void Spirit, it looks like Vrooomy are gonna be doing it. Their Terrorblade has been ganked time and time again in the laning stage. He went out of the lane with 4 deaths, ended up having a total of 6 deaths at this point already. Out comes a nice mana burn from Young G, but this time around they don't have vision on the Shadow Fiend, so Terrorblade doesn't even care, presses the BKB. Utah still has an ultimate, gets the barracks, gets himself back. As down goes Utah, but that is the Megas. Crystallize will kill off Ariel on the Sven. Buyback instantly coming out. Terrorblade being the one person to hold on to his buyback. Monte though, they want the Megas, and they shall get them. Maybe not actually with Fortification coming out just as the last second. Though with how hard the Shadow Fiend hits, if they got a buyback, that Terrorblade will be doing just that, though QBFY goes down on that Marcy of his. And now with that Terrorblade having the movement speed, he is chasing for more Vladik. Gets himself a nice little save, but it will only make so much space as Terrorblade will stick on top of him together with the Invoker. And, well, Terrorblade's illusions will stick on top of him together with the Invoker, while the real Terrorblade catches up to Crystallize. Crystallize, nice ultimate, though not nice enough with a Terrorblade now on top of him. And that's Skadi doing so much work. Crystallize gets the Avianas off as he's low health, but soon after he will die, and GG is being called. As Monte, they came so close. They almost got the Megas not once but twice. And with a 12,000 gold lead, it is still not gonna be enough. It is still gonna be Vrooomy on those meme race cars. And eventually the Terrorblade was still very much able to just kind of pull himself back around. Now able to get even more of a lead for at least the first couple of minutes. As it looks like Dark's here in a lot of trouble. Will it be a first blood? Yes, it will! He was so close to getting himself under the tower, and you can't rely on Clockwork with his huge armor to kind of frontline for you reliably anymore. As Moonlight, few more hits and he will be going down. As it is gonna be a catch onto Trance. Trance getting slowed up, getting bursted down, few more hits till he will be going down. 333, very happy with that one. As well. 1k gold lead still, but some good vision coming out, and with that Elder Titan killed off, Jazzu will take the opportunity to make a move around to the top lane, where Morphling chasing down laise and will not be expecting this Wind Ranger to come on in together with a Storm Spirit no less. They make sure to kill off Crystallize, exactly the move Vrooomy need to be making right now, giving them another huge advantage because it takes that Morphling down a spot in net worth lead. Also, as somebody points out, yes, Vrooomy are indeed X as Akura, as Moonlight tries to get himself out of there, but Young G will get the kill. Young G starting to get online on the Storm Spirit. 6 galvanized charges already as Trans getting ran after here with the Wolves with a lot of burst. There's the Remnant, will not quite connect on him though. So Trans gets to be fine. Young G, last season Storm Spirit was his best hero, I think, splitting up. Oh, and that's the initiation with the Storm Spirit being the first one to jump on top of the Rubik. Rubik, he may have a great steal there, but he does not get to use it as he will simply be taken down too fast. And in comes not just the lycanthrope, but also the Wind Ranger once again delivering all the damage. As with the Galvanized, Storm Spirit still doing some work, but Wind Ranger runs into too much as Morphling still hits incredibly hard. Lycanthrope still very much farming himself up. As it will be a jump on top of the Primal Beast. Primal Beast ends up going down. Nice hookshot attempt, though it will not quite end up connecting onto the Rubik. QBFY will still just be going down. Storm Spirit, though, making sure to kind of spread out the enemy map and, you know, steal as much farm away as possible from the side of Team Monte. As over on top lane, Vladik will be the first one to be caught. And there's the defensive wall, but it's already quite little, quite late. Though still, Moonlight wants to come on in. Clockwork did not have the facet where that hookshot would have been amazing, but with the Wind Ranger, they're still gonna try to turn around. Though now Lycanthrope gave the Morphling a lot of movement speed. The Fear will still save Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger able to get out. Ooh, out comes a power shot, not quite connecting. Rubik trying to get Wind Ranger with her own ability will be harassed to half health, and now everybody's out of mana except for the Morph and Primal Beast, who aren't that fast at catching up to people. Nice bit of farming space going back the way of Monte. As well, ladies and gentlemen, there's finally a smoke from the side of Monte, who did desperately need to do exactly that, but with a perfect hookshot, still get their initiation counted, or will they? As Rubik says, well, you can hookshot, so can we. And that will lead to the Wind Ranger being isolated. Wind Ranger still has the Aegis, but will be respawning in a very bad spot as the Dark Willow already goes down. So will the Clockwork. Jazu running for his life will be slowed with his own spell once again, allowing the Primal Beast to now catch up, and that will be a dead Wind Ranger. Though maybe, just maybe, Jazu can still escape. He's running for his life. No way, they caught up to him and everything. As it will be the Wind Ranger with just 2 more right clicks and a big nuke.
Dire's middle tower is up.
Quite a lot of items together already, having a BKB and a Blink Dagger. So we are now witnessing, if nothing else, the critical timing of the Primal Beast, as the Dark Seer is slowly coming online to kind of make sure the Primal Beast keeps on snowballing. A Storm Spirit will be killed off with a nice vacuum wall combo. Bye-bye galvanized charges, Young G has to say here. Though there is a 3-man smoke, and Vrooomy. Oh boy. What an initiation attempt from long range from Young G, though instead they end up wrapping around perfectly after the Rubik. Oh no, Crystallize, he was exactly where he needed to be, but the Rubik was not. And without the Morphling being able to protect the support, Primal Beast tries to go in to allow his team to turn the fight around, but instead Primal Beast will just be taking a lot of damage to set up a big orb splitter, but they do get the Clockwork. Primal Beast will die for that. Can the Lycanthrope be killed off? He's still gonna try to run away. Lycan will be stunned though, and with that stun and so much right click, ends up going down. A 2-for-2, not quite the fight Vrooomy had been hoping for, especially as Morphling survives, and that means Morphling. Clockwork still very much getting ran at, though with the Clockwork getting slammed into the ground. He will get some cogs to at least keep the Primal Beast at bay. Nice stun dodge, but the hookshot off the mark, so no more space will be created. Oh, actually it will. Ariel does, of course, that still has some invis left to go as well. What a chat. Just look at the support Clockwork doing so much work. Another cogs. Primal Beast there with the blink dagger though. Ariel. Over a minute of space made for his team that the Wind Ranger choose to just use for farming. So badly need. Wind Ranger, meanwhile, could be getting picked off if she's not careful. So Jazu keeps on running for his life. Though instead, with the BKB, he's gonna try to turn around, revealing that BKB after Lincoln Spear saved him from certain doom, but only for so long as Jazu will have the BKB wearing off now, running for his life. He is outrunning most enemy heroes, but Primal Beast still gets on top of him. Moonlight gets stunned, but a perfect stun says nope, nope, not ever gonna happen. As the catch will connect onto the Darkseer. Darkseer has a purge ready for it. But right after the purge, the Bloodthorn will connect, and with the Bloodthorn Wind Ranger, the damage for Jazu is finally there. As long as he's got a Storm Spirit with him to Bloodthorn his targets up for him. As now Roshan gets scouted out once again, but the only one in position to contest is the Clockwork. With now the Wind Ranger having come in behind him, I think it'll be too late. The Aegis goes the way of Crystallize. Do they still want to fight this after that power shot? Because I do not think so. As Moonlight with the BKB frontlining his best he can, but Storm Spirit jumps on the Rubik. Rubik obliterated. That is one of the most annoying supports out of the picture, but as I say that, Rubik instantaneously buys back as Wind Ranger went down, but guess what? Wind Ranger 2 will be buying back. Clockwork ends up going down, and Dark Widow makes a nice escape. Though this does feel like a wasted buyback from Jazu. I think Jazu saw a really good fight there with the Wind Ranger coming back in again. Lycanthrope absolutely obliterated with a beautiful Earth Splitter connecting. Top Rex getting shoved in with a lot of damage still from that agility-based machine gun. Smorp now gets caught, still has that Aegis. In comes a hookshot onto multiple heroes, though it will leave Clockwork behind. Clockwork way better to get stunned up and killed than the Wind Ranger, who's still trying to kill Trance, but Trance with the Invis will escape. As Lycan runs around and the lane of Rex is eventually gonna end up falling to the Darkseer illusions. Just one more barrack and Vrooomy will have lost the game. Game number 3 hype. Because yeah, I do love myself long series. I'm always here for the long ones. And we do have 2 best of 3s after this one. So, you know, hopefully those will be just as exciting. But guess what? Morphling. No, he had like 7 seconds left on his Aegis. They used the Clockwork buyback surprise jump from the Storm Spirit combo, but they did so 7 seconds too soon, because otherwise they would have had to give up those barracks. That hurts.
Dire's middle tower is learning to fear.
And in comes the Zip Zap once again, trying to catch the Morphling, though he decides, you know what, this Elder Titan with his armor reduction is being annoying, but the only one they can get is Moonlight, who may have charged in just a little bit too deep, as now on the return Dark. Gonna be a short pause here, thankfully. That is some very good news. Top still getting shoved in. Knock knock, 1 lane of Rex to go, but look at that, Roshan will have respawned just now in both teams, trying to get themselves Megas, as both teams will get Megas in short succession, with Morphling finishing off the bottom Rex though. It will be the Mega Creeps first coming out for Monte. Now it's Megas versus Megas, as all the BKBs are being pressed. In comes the hookshot from the Clockwork. Nice 3-man route from the Wind Ranger. Vrooomy though, if they lose this carry they will be dead, and out comes a beautiful hookshot to make exactly that happen. Okay, they do have a buyback, never mind. Wind Ranger is dead for 2 whole minutes, but she does have a buyback. 3,000 gold in favor of Monte, but Monte, really their win condition is just as simple as don't lose the Morphling, because if Morphling dies they'll be screwed, but that's kind of the only hero they can't afford to lose. As Clockwork, ooh, what a hook shot, cancelling it twice, baiting the Morphling to reveal himself, but by the time there's reinforcements there, yeah, see what I mean with the Megas versus Mega situation? Either team can split push and force the other one to defend, effectively drawing out the game. And with 2 games, both being extremely long ones, we will be behind schedule if it goes to a game number 3. But you guys and girls know me, I don't mind that. What I do mind though is these pickouts just happening time and time again as 33. Bottom is where they want to get vision, up on the high ground. Laise now has to teleport back in again, because guess what? Stormspirit has in fact been caught with a very nice sleep as Jezu gets killed off. Jezu goes for the instant buyback, but Ariel already taking the huge right click. Morphling had to press BKB for that, but killing this Morphling twice, even without a BKB, is going to be incredibly difficult. So they start with the Darks here, make sure the auras are gone, as now Primal Beast taking so much damage from the Wind Ranger. Once again, 2 people defeated, though that was their Wind Ranger buyback. The Megas are now starting to enter the base. Storm Spirit starting to go. Why is nobody hitting the tier 4? That would reduce the Morph's armor. Okay, tier 4 goes down. Thank you, Creeps. Creeps MVP. As Wind Ranger will not quite be ran down just yet. But laise very much will, thanks to that Earth Splitter still coming through, giving Trance the kill. Out comes a hookshot looking for more, but QBFY may end up regretting that with Young G still in a position to go, though Young G now ends up going down. Galvanized charges or not, it's not mana he needs, it's health. Young G has a buyback, but Ariel, if he can't get himself away, he needs to save Jesus' life. Without Jesus, the game is over. Clockwork once again gonna do the whole space creation thing, but guess what? Crystallize is just gonna burst him down. Storm Spirit, Young G realizes how hard the game is, buys himself back. Jesus setting up behind them. They're not gonna realize where the Wind Ranger's positioned. Wind Ranger, one chance to snipe the Curry with the Divine Rapier on it for the Morph. And Young G will snipe, it did get delivered. It did though. Morphling now able to 2-shot people with a Divine Rapier, ladies and gentlemen. As it looks like Monte, they are not leaving anything to chance. Buying that Divine though. As I say that, Crystallize gets cursed. He still has 40 seconds left on that Aegis. But Morphling with the Divine just so eager to end this Crystallize. Look at the tower damage he does. Gee, Morphling, how do you hit so hard, I wonder? As Wind Ranger will get caught with the... Oh no, it's GG, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm kind of happy with the GG. I'm not happy with us almost being an hour behind schedule already, as the team fight will be continuing. Vrooomy, they sure as hell will not be calling it, but against an Aghanim's Darks here, actually no, Sheepstick Darks here, instead of that Aghanim Scepter. It is impossible to outrun everyone all at once. Monte on that Morphling, on the one, like it is pretty much their one most, or not? Because I was expecting better egg hitters, but keep in mind Jakiro counts as 2 auto attacks for anything that you need to auto attack by a hero. Well, it looks like it will just be a 2-for-2 nice jump out, though Ariel now left in a little bit of trouble. He will be taking a lot of damage. Nice Fairy Fire uses there, but even that extra blood grenade with all of those stats isn't gonna save him. Moonlight gets the first blood, and this is a mid lane Primal Beast being played by Moonlight, of course. As it's gonna be Jezu ran down by the Primal Beast. Ariel still fine, but with Moonlight coming in, that tower does absolutely nothing to keep him safe. And with the body blocks from the Brewmaster, it's only gonna be a matter of time till Ariel will go down. This Primal Beast already on his way over, back to his lane. Moonlight, he is going so hard, this Primal Beast just snowballing now. As Primal Beast bullying down Young G as much as he can. Master will be fine. Phoenix, however, will not. And that means Jazu should survive. Yeah. As Sand King gets himself away, but with that Primal Beast once again on top of him, Monte. Well, they lost a lot of momentum having to wait for their position 4 to finally be able to reconnect, but once he is as well, Sand King not really doing anything against Crystallize anymore, though at least Crystallize still a bit away from the level 6, so the Wind Range is not going to be a factor yet. Though over on the mid lane, Primal Beast needs to be careful as he may get wrapped around on if he's not being careful enough here. Over on top though, Sand King realizes, hey, the stacks have been seen by the enemy. The enemy realizes what's going on here, as out comes initiation. Out comes a nice little slow, but it will be a kill onto Trance. Five to 2 in the kill department. Void Spirit and Urza still farming okay though, as in the triangle, Wind Ranger finally wants to pick up some kills to get ahead as far as the gold goes, with Ariel just slowly getting destroyed.
Is losing its foundation.
As over in the triangle, no real initiation as Rubik, close call, but is making a lot of space, trying to lure enemies this deep. Well, for all of that space, he still has to die from the looks of it. As Moonlight connects on that Primal Beast. And look at the reward for that support gang. It will be a huge Ancient stack, getting taken like it's nothing by Moonlight. And with all of that gold swinging the way of Monte, they will be up close to 2,000 already. Phoenix trying to secure as many of those Ancients as he can. Though having to leave, Phoenix will still be caught by the Burrow Strike. Will end up going down for that one as out comes the Primal Split, and with the Primal Split used, look at that synergy between the Brambles and that Void Spirit. Void Bruling, I should say, because there's an actual Void Spirit here, of course. But the Void Spirit, speaking of which, just gets cast as cursed because I mentioned him, but Young G will be fine still having a getaway at disposal. Still a closer call than they would have wanted it to be. As Young G trying to get Hviti, and eventually they will get the Brewmaster. Though Brewmaster is the tank, and you know what they say, never focus the tank. Though with that fortification, the tower will be tanked for longer, allowing Vrooomy to now go for a dive with their angry Jazu Bear. Under control here, kind of helping to balance out things. As well, Moonlight will be the first to die, but Jazu, oh, that will be the bear down, and with that bear down, no matter how good that kill on the super fat Moonlight is, this 2v2 will not quite be favorable for Vrooomy, no matter what they do. Though they do get the teleport out, so it is just a 2-for-2. Man smoke, not really gonna find anything on the bottom lane. Jazu all left alone, and his teammate, they're still desperately hunting for a Wind Ranger carry who may be farming in the top jungle, but guess what? Crystallize, he is farming heroes with his team instead. The gold, once again ever so close, because the teams are just taking turns, basically trying to smoke gank each other and not quite finding what they want to find. As well, Sand King, speaking of finding people, this is what I mean. He finds the Willow, though he will have enough damage with that ultimate committed. He would have much rather liked that Wind Ranger sitting behind her though, as now the Wind Ranger is coming in looking to do a lot of damage. Ariel is just gonna be taken down with a Pulverize and one more right click from Crystallize, as the Broodlings are on the hunt, trying to restrain anyone, but with that Sand King creating so much space, it will be very hard to initiate, and they decide against it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Void Spirit gets the mid tier 1 tower finally down. Illusions, of course, very good for that Void Spirit hero. Mantastal now done, so he will have permanent illusions coming out as laise taken down. And chat asks the usual question, who wins? Well, according Oh, it's gonna be the Void Spirit getting himself contested next, though Young G will be able to proc that bottle with a haste rune in it. And he's gonna be alright. The turning around will now be a very risky game, so I'm not sure if they really want to commit for that, but they will try. Onto the Dark Widow they go. Void Spirit delivering huge damage and denial. Denial gets denied, I guess, because that was painful. And it is gonna be an attempt to go on the Dark Willow. And Dark Willow.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. There is little Dire's top tower is feeling its mortality.
Oh. With the Dark Willow escaping over to the mid lane. On the mid lane, they want to go with Crystallize, getting a good positioning and great focus fire as he is protecting the Phoenix Egg to the maximum. With that egg going up, Laise will just be killed as two very low health supports are running from that Sun Ray, but will be able to escape Phoenix Wrath. Oh god, I love how this game is close to the end. Because while Urza wins the late game, getting there, as you can see, will be very hard with Ariel being traded for Trance. And some drawings on the map are being made, and the smoke is gonna come out here, as it will be a 4-man smoke with an Urza having an Aegis. Left to go for just 2.5 minutes, as it will be the Primal Beast caught and killed, though. Don't never focus the tank unless you can initiate this freaking hard. And they are doing exactly that, initiating extremely freaking hard. As the 3-man smoke onto Crystallize. Crystallize get jumped. Will be lifted from one brambles into the next. And with that nice little combo, they have enough burst for that solo kill. There's Young G finally starting to do some work. Whereas Wind Ranger always staying behind, waiting for her team to initiate before she's gonna commit to any kind of engagement here. Ooh, that's gonna be a catch onto the Dark Widow. Dark Widow though with the Fuzzy Wuzzy on top. Has to run for her life, will not get far. It is gonna be a giant lead for that now escalating Urza. Like I said, Urza will become really hard to handle in the late game. Though we're not quite in the late game yet, and Egg is still doing work. You know, there's still a lot of resources, but they will fall off ever so slowly. As in comes a nice commitment onto Laise with the Rubik being caught and being obliterated. 2-0 while Urza's just... So, wait, what? Young G finds a Phoenix. Cute little support pickup there. It will allow his teammate time to respawn if nothing else. As it is a nice go onto the Primal Beast, and Primal Beast will survive through it though, having forced Urza to commit the BKB, as at least the Void Spirit's still able to get out for now, or is he? With the power shot, not for too long. $10k gold lead, as it will be Urza jumped on, and Urza this time around with the focus fire just going down. Wind Ranger in the mood for some bear hunting, as that will leave 333 exposed, and with the Rubik going down, it's just a matter of time till they have all fallen on the side of Vrooomy. Vrooomy now losing their big one position, not only gonna give away a lot of gold, but also potentially leave this Roshan contestable here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Mid tower getting shoved in now with the Wind Ranger, still having okay damage, but damage is not this Wind Ranger's problem. Over on top, some split pushing is being done in the meanwhile with much style loses from the Void Spirit. But Sand King, he ulted and completely missed anyone. Uh-oh. Epicenter is a huge component of these team fights. That's kind of starting to become an issue here, because it is just wasting space and kind of letting both teams roam around the map, as now the better setup looks to be on the Monte side. But nope, Primal Beast goes around the wrong corner. Oh, if they would have stayed together, they could have set up such a clean fight too. But now Monte down there. Primal Beast, who has a buyback at least, will be on the retreat once more as Brewmaster gets revealed by the Whitespurt. Whitespirit's going in with his BKB to get some vision for his teammates. And that's exactly what he will do as Urza working through the Brewlings, now going on to Crystallize. Crystallize tries to outrun the bear, but not gonna make it. Urza, is he disarmed? Yeah, he was disarmed for too long. Didn't quite get the Phoenix Egg, so a nice egg, but a nice egg alone is not enough to save you. If your Brewmaster's just not having any impact and your damage dealer goes down, first hero in the team fight. At least one more will have to go down, but Monte, being very calm and collected, make sure it's the most expendable hero, the Dark Willow, with that short respawn timer, will be the one to let... 15,000 lead as... Yeah, the Phoenix is gonna get destroyed. Oh, that's gonna put up to a 16,000 even with Voidspirit once again just sending his illusions. Sand King manages to escape for now. BKB has been pressed for him though. And Primal Beast without the BKB very much killable. Trying to catch the Primal Beast. Young G will instead find himself Phoenix. Phoenix able to escape with just a teeny sliver of help, but only until Sand King comes in and a few more right click as Young G gets the killing spree up for himself. As the mid tier 3 is gonna get slow pushed. Dark Willow will be harassed. They're trying to set up on her. And with the Void Spirit in position, Void Spirit will be chain stunned up with the focus fire. And that is gonna be Young G falling. No buyback. Crystallize, did he finally get the kill his team needed? I think so, as they can clean up 3-3 now. Down goes the first lane of Rex. It's the only one of our tier 2 towers though. So it's the only one where they can actually make any headway. But it will help causing the mid lane continuously push in as Sand King goes with the huge nuke on top of the Dark Willow. But as you can see, Dark Willow is quite resilient with a pipe there to keep her safe. Urza though comes back in, still got a minute on the Aegis. As it is gonna be a nice two-man burrow strike on top of the Crystallize. Crystallize buying straight back. Knows he needs to carry this now or never, but if he loses Moonlight, the game's already over. Moonlight gets saved just in time. As instead, just the tier 3 tower will be left to take that beating. Primal Split has been used though, as have 2 buybacks. Jazu will carefully blink himself out. Bide his time once again. He knows one more good jump and he wins. It will be a nice jump onto the Primal Beast once again. The Primal Beast just that little bit too beefy. One of the tankiest heroes in all of Dota as the Primal Beast tries to chase down Young G, but Young G will very much be okay. As in comes the jump from the Void Spirit. Brewmaster being lit on fire, getting cleaved apart by the Urza as, well, a lot of damage still coming out onto Jazu. And as that is gonna be high ground once more. Getting besieged, a lot of right clicks coming out with the barracks now having fallen, as it will be the Void Spirit caught but not quite dead. Denial once again getting denied, though that joke is a lot less funny if he's one of the last people left with a buyback. Is the smoke gonna find anything? Urza just wants to go for the Rex, as in comes the Whitebird on top of 2. Moonlight will be getting annihilated, as with Moonlight down, Urza now left in a bit of a difficult spot, but still has an ultimate and will be saved with a Lotus being thrown on top of him. Mega Crease still not there though, as once again they are being pushed back. Every time it costs them the buyback, but every time Monte hold again though, now without that Phoenix and without that Act. Urza wants to go in for the final time, and with how much damage he does, it is finally looking over, ladies and gentlemen, as the Primal Split is just gonna be obliterated. It will be a double kill with Moonlight and Crystallize going down. Crystallize calling the GG as he realizes 2 minutes of no wind range is just the final nail in the coffin, and that will be an unstoppable streak going in the favor of Jazu, who's very much gonna enjoy that one. As ladies and gentlemen,